Welcome back to the Sports News Analysis YouTube channel, guys. My name is Mike. You got a very good reaction to my first NFL mock draft, and since then we've had the Senior Bowl. We've had some other things take place on the draft front, so we're about, again, 3 weeks later. Thought I'd come at you with a fresh mock draft here. Picks 1 through 10 will be in this video, and I'll have 2 separate videos for picks 11 through 20 and 21 through 32, just like last time. And, just as a reminder, I began to put up my individual scouting reports on individual players. So be sure to take a look at those as well. Remember, this is just a mock draft where I see guys falling to. If you want to see my, analysis or my thoughts on each individual player, be sure to check out those scouting reports. But, we start off at pick number 1 and the Texans, and I still have them taking Teddy Bridgewater, the quarterback from Louisville. I think in the end, he's the most pro-ready guy, the guy who's going to be able to grasp an NFL offense the quickest and be able to produce right away. And I think in the end, that's what Bill O'Brien will be looking for. Pick number 1, Teddy Bridgewater, the quarterback from Louisville. At pick number 2, the Rams there sitting at number 2. Do I think it's likely they hold on to the pick? No, I don't, quite frankly. But until they trade it, I'm going to pick it as though they are the team picking at 2. I think when all is said and done, the first team that doesn't take a quarterback in this draft will take Jadeveon Clowney. I've been saying it for months. Regardless of fit or need, when teams see this guy at the combine, all right, and they begin to peel back the layers of just how good of an athlete and a player this guy is, I don't think the speeding ticket and the fact that maybe he didn't try as hard as some thought he should have at South Carolina, I don't think that impacts him as much as people think. Jadeveon Clowney, pick number 2 to the Rams. Pick 3, look, Shad Khan, the owner of the Jaguars, who hold the number 3 pick, came out a couple weeks ago and said that his team hinted at the fact that his team will take a quarterback in this year's draft. Now, of course, he didn't say they take one in the first round. Of course, it could be a smokescreen to get someone to trade up to their pick. But I like them to take a quarterback in the spot at number 3, and I think that guy, the second quarterback off the board, will be Blake Bortles from Central Florida. Ben Roethlisberger-type body, without, to me, some of the refinement of a guy like Roethlisberger, but a little bit more athletic. Blake Bortles at number 3 to the Jaguars. Pick number 4, the Browns. I'm buying into the Manziel to the Browns hype. They just hired Kyle Shanahan, who is coming off of working with a quarterback similar to Johnny Manziel in Robert Griffin. I think, again, I buy the hype with Manziel to Cleveland. I think he's a good fit there. He'll give that organization an identity. You have Manziel, the young new quarterback team with Mike Pettin bringing an aggressive style defense. I think it'll bring some excitement to Cleveland. Johnny Manziel at pick 4. Pick 5, you get the Raiders. And I think the Raiders sort of lose out because I think in an ideal world, they would want Bridgewater or Bortles. But both those guys off the board, I don't think they go quarterback. I know some people think maybe they go Derek Carr here. I don't think they do. I think they take Sammy Watkins, the receiver, as of now from Clemson. Watkins, the best receiver in this draft. Did a scouting report on him, so be sure to check that out. But I like Watkins, pick number 5 to the Raiders. Pick 6, you have the Falcons. And the Falcons are a team where I think they're hoping and praying Clowney would fall to them. I think they could be one of the teams that trades up to get Clowney at that number 2 spot if they need to. But right now, sitting in the spot they are at 6 with Clowney off the board in this scenario, I like them to take Khalil Mack from Buffalo. Look, it's been a while since the Falcons have had a true playmaker on the defensive side of the ball, and that's what Mack is. He can rush the passer. He's good in pass defense, an all-around stud of a linebacker, and an edge pass rusher that I think will be a huge benefit to that Atlanta Falcons defense. Khalil Mack, pick number 6 to the Falcons. Pick 7, the Buccaneers. Again, a team that ideally would like an edge pass rusher. But with Mack and, of course, Jadeveon Clowney off the board at this point, I think they fill another need here at offensive tackle. And I like them to take Greg Robinson, the tackle from Auburn. I know a lot of people have Jake Matthews going before Robinson, but I think the Buccaneers, more of a running team, they need a mauler in that rush defense, run blocking scheme. And I think Robinson is that guy more than Jake Matthews. So I have Robinson going number 7 to the Buccaneers. At pick number 8, I have the Vikings picking, and I think they're the team who bites on Derek Carr. I think you're going to see Bridgewater, Bortles, and Manziel go as the first 3 quarterbacks. And then, there's so many teams that need quarterbacks. I think it's inevitable that one team is going to overdraft one. And I think that team, as of now, is going to be the Vikings and their pick of Derek Carr at number 8. And Carr, to me, is not on the same level as those other 3 guys, but he's good enough to talk yourself into. He had a very good Senior Bowl week. I think that'll elevate his stock. They're moving into a new stadium here very soon here in Minnesota. I think he becomes the face of that franchise, or they hope he becomes the face of that franchise. Derek Carr at pick number 8. Pick number 9, the Bills. Look, the Bills are a team. Yeah, it'd be nice to add another linebacker to go along with Kiko Alonso in the middle. But I think, again, they feel their needed offensive tackle. I think they see Jake Matthews there in the scenario at pick 9, and he's too much to pass up. You get a guy that could play left tackle and right tackle. I know Cordy Glenn has a grip on that left tackle spot, but there is a pretty big need at right tackle for the Bills. So you get a guy who could play right tackle for you and be a mainstay there for a decade. And I think a guy like that at a need position is too much for the Bills to pass up at pick number 9. And then last pick number 10, the Lions. I still have them going cornerback. And I know a lot of people have Justin Gilbert going there. I think it's going to be Darqueze Dennard, though. I'll still say I think Dennard goes as the first corner here as of now, pick number 10, okay, to the Lions, who are in need of a shutdown corner. I think Gilbert offers a little bit more versatility in terms of being able to play in the slot and outside, but I think Dennard's an in-your-face corner that they need, especially in a division where you have to go up against Jay Cutler and those receivers, and obviously the arsenal of weapons that Aaron Rodgers has as well in Green Bay. Guys, that's picks 1 through 10 of my second mock draft. Again, I'll be doing picks 11 through 20 and 21 through 32 on 2 separate videos, so be sure to check those out. Let me know what you think of my mock draft. Hit me up in the comments. Hit me up on Twitter as well. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, guys, covering the entire NFL offseason. Please check out my library of videos. Be sure to subscribe. It's totally free. Have a great night.